All gassed up and good to go. Stand by.
Yep.
All right, shooter, are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by.
Well, welcome to our another Ramblecast.
Quick shot of it.
Quick shot Ramblecast. So we have finally concluded our
initial usage of an SU-16.
Yeah, usage of the SU-16, which is one of those guns that like a lot of people have seen and think are neat, and they also have like a weird reputation. I've heard like everyone remembers the old Nut and Fancy videos where it's like I shot 5,000 rounds through this and it does all this amazing stuff and yada yada yada.
Well founded. Philosophy of use, that's about it. I think you get it. End of the world gun, would I trust my life to an SU-16? Yes, I would.
And, like,
it's only so many amazing things it can do, and the fact that it can be relatively reliable at its weight size. Like, I think it's a very fun gun.
Yeah.
The fact that we're using it in comps.
Yeah, well, my general, like just the Cliff Notes conclusion on this is, like, it has a couple good features. It also costs as much as, like, a Bear Creek arms gun.
Yeah.
And would I take, like
4 to 600-ish.
Yeah, 4 to 600-ish. Would I take this over a Bear Creek? Yeah, sure. Like, this gun might...
Everyone should.
Everyone should. Like, and to be honest, that actually is probably a change from a little while ago where we were like, well, almost any AR would probably be better, but no, it actually does, like, it does reliably do gun stuff. It just has some caveats based on what its design is. Like, so just quick pros.
Weight. Oh my god, weight. It's like a ghost.
Yeah, it does not weigh much at all. The entire thing is typical Kel Tec, just beach plastic. It's very, very lightweight. It is ergonomically like just an old rifle.
Yeah, vintage rifle ergos. There's other versions of it.
Yeah.
This one just happens to fit that mold really well.
You ever picked up a hunting rifle and shot it at stuff before? It feels like that.
It's not bad. Mini 14 variant.
Yeah, Mini 14. Yeah, it's fine. The trigger is way better than you would expect it to be for a gun that costs this much. It's
surprisingly good.
Surprisingly good. The reset is nice and short and pretty crisp. It's fine. And if you put a light enough optic on it, like this, we've just been using recently, this Hollow Sun 510, fine. It's like a 1 MOA gun, which is crazy. Out of like something like this.
At least initially, after heat, it definitely opens up because heat just does that to things, and huge piston on top.
Yeah, well, that goes into the other categories. Now, the parts about this gun that are like, there are features like one just decision.
Some things are just featured.
Some things are
like
just
the
featured.
bipod.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Like
it's there.
Well, yeah, like I said, like so just a quick rundown. So like this stock, or the handguard. Let's pop this open so see how easy this is to do. It's not.
You're doing great.
Yeah, like you almost have to close it and do everything at once. Oh my gosh.
It's still slightly easier than doing a.
Okay, this is bipod,
but still.
It's just very floppy. There's like the spring provides no retention. It also is like, and it's made out of.
No, that's so you can pivot.
Yeah, just bend. It's just everything on it. It doesn't. It's useless. It doesn't work. It doesn't help you do anything.
The fact it's there still makes me laugh, though, and that's important.
That's the point. That's basically, as far as I can tell, the most useful thing about it is you pop it open and people are like, that's hilarious.
Aesthetics meets charm.
You can put it on a table. Not
that you can't, but if someone bumps that table.
Yeah, it's going to fall over immediately. Or if you are shooting it and you try to brace it at all, it will fall over immediately because there's no retention on it of any kind. It fits 2 10-round mags in the stock. These are ass cancer. If you load them, they don't stay in this. If you walk quickly with this gun, they will immediately fall out. The only thing we have used them for is the bolt hold open on this gun is not obvious at all. We literally, for the whole first match we shot it at, didn't know that it had one, because
it's nice that it's there. I'm not arguing that.
Yeah, well, like, you look at it and you're like, where would one even be? You probably weren't thinking down here. That probably wasn't the first thought that came to your mind, but you can push that and it does hold open. So we didn't know that existed, so I was literally keeping an empty one in the buttstock, and we were shooting a competition, and then at the end when they were like, clear the rifle, I'd be like, okay, and put an empty chain rounder in there, lock the gun open, and then be like, see, look, my gun's safe. That's what,
storage.
The only utility we've gotten out of these, ostensibly.
Technically, gut one of those mags, though, and put a cleaning kit in there and just put a little tape over it. I'd call that handy.
Fair enough.
On a leave-in your deer stand rifle.
Well, and what...
That'd be really convenient.
Well, what you could use these for, not for carrying ammo in them and doing anything with this gun, but you could, if you left this gun in a deer stand, just to make sure you had a gun in there. Like, it's all made out of plastic. There's not a whole lot on here to rust, really. Even the, like the actual metal parts, the coating on it seems to be pretty dang resistant to, like, we're in Houston. Everything's so wet and humid and gross right now, and there's not a spot of rust on this sucker that I can find after, like, just bathing in grossness for months now. It's fine. You could totally just leave this in a deer stand, I guess, and then you could pull it out and be like, oh, thank God, I left some batteries in there.
And it will fire. That's the other thing.
Even
if it gets, I won't say corroded to shit or anything like that, because I just don't think it will, just based on how the thing is. And it'll just sit out there and it will wait, Chuck Norris.
Yes.
And just, it points well, the trigger's nice. Although, every time I grip it, like I would a normal gun, I cook my palm a little bit. I still got burns on there.
Yeah, so back to the,
wonky... I like how it shoots until I start shooting it, and then I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
But then I think about it later on. Anytime I don't have to do it fast, I really like how it shoots.
Yeah, back to, wonky detractions. So, you might notice that, there is, seems to be the gas piston up there on the top there. So if you are, say, shooting it in a match and you're like, I'm going to be Mr. I got recoil control man, you're going to toast your fingies off your dadgum hand.
Yeah, or even just the palm if you're gripping it kind of high.
Yeah, anything that touches that is going to get real crispy.
Oh, yeah.
Real crispy.
I managed to burn my hand 2-3-ish times in the span of shooting one part of the stage.
Yes. The optics rail also, since it's plastic, so we said it is it does seem to be crazy enough. And I mean, when I say it's like a 1 MOA rifle, we got an actual former IDF sniper to zero this gun, which is hilarious that is who we got to zero this gun. And he was like, wow, it is actually quite accurate. It is. It literally is like a 1 MOA rifle, and crazy, with a light red dot that does not make this plastic optic rail move. The entire receiver is plastic, which is the receiver is the Achilles heel.
But it's like a Tippin X7.
Yeah, the receiver is just the Achilles heel to this entire thing. So with light thing on plastic rail, fine. We tried to run a Vortex Razor 2 HD on it. Did not like a heavy optic. It really didn't.
Turned into a 5 MOA gun.
Yeah, it turned into a 5 MOA gun really fast. And we were at a comp where one of the stages was, hey, shoot this 6-inch steel plate at 150 yards. Boy, just dice roll.
It was funny.
It was very funny. It also was very funny that we were running a $2,500 optic setup on a gun that you could get for $400. Some places. That was amusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
again, it's part of the charm.
Part of the charm.
It's at the end of a lot of days. It's a very charming gun to use.
It is a very charming gun to use. It does remind me of shooting, just ranch guns.
It's what a kid would draw a gun.
Yeah. It is a weird, wonky, charming, light thing. It is like, you know, like the sort of the lore on this, like the things that we kept hearing about this were like, and like this comes from like, I'm so skeptical of those old Nut and Fancy videos. Not that he probably didn't shoot this gun a lot. I won't doubt that he shot it a lot, but he, like, the one part that I'm so like not on board with is he always had like a bunch of big like 3x9s that he was putting on these.
Yes, I love a reliable gun. Yes, I want one battle worthy. Yes, I like this, blah, blah, blah. But realistically speaking, for what it can do, and I'll say dumping 3 mags super quick, accurately, reliably, no problems.
Yeah.
And I've shot it with a magnified optic on it. Bullshit.
Just a revolving door of those.
No.
Maybe if we put it on with just rings instead of the like a heavy LaRue mount or something.
Yeah, maybe if you just put it on with rings, maybe those were like really light, you know, mid-power variable optics. I'm skeptical because, again, I put an optic on this thing and I watched, and then I put a red dot on this thing and I did the same.
It was like night and day shooting.
Way different. So much different. So, you know, like, what is this? Does it justify its price tag? If you've already got an AR-15 and you want a gun, like, that is either just like a light little ranch rifle or just like something to leave in a deer stand, or like, you know, you're hiking, like, they make foldable ones, this backpack rifle. Sure. It's actually fine.
Loner.
Or loner. Yeah, like, it's fine for that. It does not meet the lore that people have. It's like this indestructible, will never stop shooting, like, backpack sniper rifle thing. Like, no, it's a $400 to $600 plastic rifle. What we found pretty quickly is, like, so we shot it in 3 competitions now and a lot of range days. When it gets hot, again, the receiver is the failing point of this whole thing, as far as I can tell. What seems to happen is when it gets really hot, the receiver itself, or where, like, this little congruence of, you know, barrel and, you know, piston and receiver all match up, it gets hot and things start getting a little out of spec is what seems to happen. And I mean, currently, right now, just because I haven't bothered to get a ramrod, and now I'll have to point the barrel at you to do this, which I'm not going to do, but there is a casing that is lodged in this chamber that I'm going to have to, like, I'm going to have to get out. Yeah, I'm going to have to really work at knocking out of this rifle.
Oh no!
You do it again? Kel Tec things are happening.
Why George Kelgren?
It seems to heat up, and then something about how it loads rounds doesn't seem to go quite right, and it'll basically load a round kind of wrong, and then it will bend, like, the round and the casing, and it'll just glue itself into this chamber.
Oh, come on. Don't do this to me now, Kel Tec.
So hard that we extracted 3 of them now, 2 of them now that have done that.
3 total.
3 total.
This will be 3.
This will be 3. And like, one of them, literally, like, you could see where the extractor grabbed the casing and just tore the rim off the side of the casing. Like,
the neck of the actual casing is bent at the top.
One of them, it just I guess it couldn't pull the casing out, and it literally blew the primer out the back of the round. This one, the one that's in here, there's no primer that's in this freaking round. It blew out the back.
That's because when I chambered it, spiked the already hit primer and, like, yanked it out. I found it on the ground.
Yeah, so they're just smashing, you know, primers and bullets into this gun. Yeah, so it doesn't like heat, and we're in Texas. It's summertime. It's really hot. There is only heat. It is outside is oven. Yeah. Outside is hot.
Yeah.
So
still, you know, even with those issues stated, in conclusion on this, I'd still say, fun gun.
Yeah, it's a fun gun.
It's a really fun gun.
The way I've summed it up online, like, honestly, my 5-year-old had the best version. He was trying to say sniper rifle. He tried to say, "Hey, Dad, is that a sniper rifle?" And he went, "Hey, that's a snack rifle." And, like, yes, that's exactly what this gun is. It's a snack rifle. It's a gun that you pick up and you go, "I would like to go out into the woods and get a food."
And also, if you're just shooting it in short bursts as if a snack and not a whole meal.
Yeah.
Like, it fits that description in multiple ways.
Yeah, like this is a fine, like, I'm gonna walk around the ranch, and if I see some pigs, or if I'm in I got like a deer stand, and they're gonna be over there at 50 yards or whatever, like, yeah, okay.
There's just downside in this configuration, which is the one I like the most, where put sling.
Yeah, there's no sling point on this.
There's no sling point.
I apologize to Rebel Raiders. I took one of your slings and just like wrapped it around the buttstock and like another silly part of the gun, just to like.
It's not that it didn't work. It's that it just should have had a better spot.
It just should have had a better stock, and I took a Rebels Raiders sling and put it on this. But yeah, like it justifies the price tag. It does justify the price tag, and there are ARs that are in this price range that I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, and this is fine. Yeah. It does fine. It's not the unstoppable combat rifle of the future like Nothing Fancy was making it out to be. It's not a competition gun. It does not handle like being shot aggressively really fast over a long period of time very well.
Even a short period of time.
It starts having problems really quickly.
But when it is shooting it really good though.
It's very pleasant when it is in operation.
For all the detractions, I'll say it again, like it's a really neat, niche, fun, interesting gun that if you already have like a nice gun and you just want to pick up something fun that will be totally different.
Mm-hmm. I talked to someone about it.
Anytime it's not burning my hand, I'm actually really enjoying shooting it.
Yeah.
But I always end up grabbing it and just like, I just grab it like I would, not even like a rifle. I don't do that because my brain says, don't do that. But I grab it up here and then my palm will roll onto it and just,
Yeah, you're toasting yourself, and then finally you're just like, did jam, and you were like, damn you, George Kelvin! Kelgren, right. I put
the Kelvins out of this.
The Kelgrens, they're the ones. No, but I summed it up pretty well to someone earlier, and I was like, yeah, no, like we took like a Honda Civic, like an entry-level Honda Civic with like the cloth seats,
Hyundai,
the fabric seats, and we took it to a NASCAR race. And I would be an asshole if I told you it was a NASCAR because it's not. It just you could drive it on the track for a minute.
Yeah,
it's just you just don't pretend it's a NASCAR. It's not. It's fine. Like it's still a car.
Well, had more fun than the NASCAR guys.
Yeah.
They're doing it because they really, really, really want to play. So this one is just like, man, I'm having a blast.
Yeah, you'll have a good time. You will bring if you're gonna shoot this in a match for some reason because you're a lunatic like I am. Bring a cleaning rod. You're gonna need to knock a round out probably. Burr casing.
Bring 2 cleaning rods.
You know, bring another gun. They're cheap enough. Why not?
You can bring 2 of these.
Hell, you can bring 2 of these. You can let one cool down after you in between stage. You could bring 2.
That's what we have to do.
Dang it! We cracked
the code.
We cracked the code. That's the SU-16 competition meta. You bring 2 SU-16s. Hell, bring. You know what? For the cost of one competition rifle, we could bring like an SU-16 per mag change.
No, per stage. Where's our budget coming from?
I'm just saying. I'm like for the cost of a JP Enterprises rifle. What is that? 6 of these? 8? Yeah,
some.
Yeah, like again, you literally for like
it's about one hand's worth.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like if you're shooting like a 5-stage match, you're probably doing 6 mag changes.
Yeah.
You could literally have
fun,
an SU-16 per mag change in a competition like rifle.
That's a bit much, but I'd love to see it.
I'm just saying, that's just where you'd be cost wise. Like, yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna retrofit one to 9mm somehow.
There you go. Like, yeah,
that would actually. This gun in this configuration, I would love a 9mm.
Yeah, so like this. Usable gun for its price point.
Oh, way more than that.
Way more than that. With the right optic setup and the right mindset, I wouldn't probably use this for home defense. I guess you could if you had to, but
you
certainly
can.
But people have used rocks. I'm not saying you should keep a stack of boulders in your room. Like it'd work. It shoots bullets. Probably won't stop shooting bullets in that span of time, but.
No, absolutely not. It would run perfect for that. Like you have to do a bunch of it to get it to stop. It's just it's not like the SCAR equivalent.
Yeah, it's
some folks have like
the
internet pause.
It does not. There's 2 versions of this gun. There's like the Nothing Fancy super rifle lore. And there's the it's a Kel Tec, it's a piece of shit lore, and it's neither of those things.
Yeah.
just a very good for the money 5.56 rifle.
If you splice both of those together and take words out of both, you do get it's a Kel Tec rifle.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's true.
Yeah, you just have to be realistic about what it is.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's fun.
I can't stress enough that it's a fun gun.
It's fun and it's fine. Like it does what you want it to do. Some of the features that it has on it, like again, don't
stretch calling them features.
Yeah, don't. The bipod is not going to help you do anything. It's silly. It does not work.
The folding part is also, I think it's neat and. Yeah,
again, you could fold it. I don't know. I've touched the folding ones and I haven't shot one.
That one
and
can fold. I think you could pop a pin out somewhere.
I don't know, maybe, but even either way,
stock
that's
for
a
that.
different thing.
No. This one you could swap the part out.
I think technically you can make any of them like any of the other ones. Oh, right. This is the other thing that's super weird about this. We spent a long time trying to unthread this, thinking that this was a threaded muscle brake. This is it's very hard to see.
It's just a press fit.
It's just a press fit thing. It's a press fit, but it has threads, grooves cut into it, which almost made me look at it and be like, you spent the time to machine this and didn't just put threads.
And even put the shoulder on
this had to take as much time as it would have taken to thread this barrel. I know that there is a survival rifle version of this gun that has a little press fit front sight post on there.
You can technically put that one on as well.
And then you can technically put it on this one and then put the little rear sight on here as well, but why?
When you can
just have an A2 on there.
Yeah, pin an FSB. It's one of many quizzical options that they're there.
There are some feature choices on this that are confusing, and this is probably more machining time than just threading this. So that's very confusing, and doesn't seem as useful. But again, for what it is, it's fine. The gun's fine. The gun shoots fine. If you are I would like a loaner rifle for my kid or my wife or whatever on a ranch.
And it weighs nothing. You're handing someone a gun that doesn't weigh
here's
much.
a gun that's 3 pounds.
It doesn't recoil much for how much it weighs either, which is also astounding.
Yeah, even though the spring sounds like sounds like a rusty trailer door hinge.
Yeah.
It runs.
Where do you think they got the spring?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's just it's fine. It's worth the price, and it's an okay enough rifle. It's not a comp rifle. It's not a combat rifle. It's not a sniper rifle. I don't think this thing is gonna sail through 5,000 rounds or whatever people were claiming without any kind of hiccup or problem of any kind. Again, maybe I don't live in Wyoming, so maybe it's very, very nice, pleasant temperatures up there all the time, and you clean this thing every 10 rounds or whatever, and nothing ever goes wrong. But I'm not seeing that. But again, for price tag, it's fine. It does fine. It is neither of the lore options that have been presented to me. It is just somewhere in the middle, and it's okay. Yeah. So anyway, like and subscribe, I guess, for more us doing random bullshit.